So today we are going to talk about reciprocal space, and in this introduction video we'll get to know what is actually a reciprocal space and why we need this, why we are studying about a reciprocal space. That is really important to know. If we know that, then it will be easy for us to understand the further concepts of diffraction in a reciprocal space, or how diffraction can be showed here. So before that, we have to know what a reciprocal space is. So reciprocal means inverse. So reciprocal space will actually means inverse space. That is, if a real space has a dimension of length, So reciprocal space, I will write reciprocal space will have a dimension of 1 by length. So it is a general characteristic of a reciprocal space. It will have a dimension of 1 by length instead of length. And why we need this 1 by length dimension? So if we get to know this, it will be easy for us to understand reciprocal space. So we know that we generally use reciprocal space for diffraction studies, and we'll see that in the later videos. Diffraction studies, and diffraction is actually a wave phenomena. Wave phenomena. You'll agree on this part. Phenomenon. Now, a wave phenomenon can be understood better if we have a wave equation, obviously. So psi equals to psi naught e to the power I k dot r. This is a general wave equation, or we can say that wave function equation. So in this, whenever we study wave, we have something as k. This is actually wave vector, and it is written as 2 pi by lambda. So we can see that a wave vector has a dimension of 1 by length. So if we want to study wave, we have to somehow deal with this k part, obviously, and k has a dimension of 1 by length. So I am just trying to create an intuition that due to this thing only we have an idea, or we got an idea to why don't we go in a space which is 1 by length and study diffraction over there, because diffraction is a wave phenomena, and wave phenomena is related to wave equation. Wave equation has a term k which is a wave vector, and wave vector is nothing but 2 pi by lambda, and 2 pi by lambda is 1 by length. So this is sort of analogy you can for initially you can have this sort of analogy for understanding reciprocal space. So real space is used for studying crystal structure. We can study crystal structure in real space, and in real space we study planes, direction, lattice plane, lattice direction. So that's what we study in real space. In reciprocal space, we generally study diffraction and other phenomena which are wave related phenomena. So in this small videos, we'll study about diffraction, how we can represent a diffraction in a real space, and how we can represent the diffraction in reciprocal space. And this is the reason we are studying reciprocal space, because studying diffraction in this space is really easy. It is easy to study diffraction here. Study and diffraction here. And I'll tell you a real life phenomena where we see a reciprocal space. It is not an imaginary thing. We can actually see this. So yes, so this will be the introduction video for reciprocal space. And in next video we will define how reciprocal space is defined, and we'll continue with that. So thank you very much.